In the world of military technology, some weapons are designed to be seen, while others are designed to remain invisible. Fighter jets streak across the skies in full view, strategic missiles are paraded in military displays, and aircraft carriers project power on the open seas. But nuclear submarines, especially those carrying long-range ballistic missiles, are different. Their strength lies in secrecy. China's Type 096 nuclear submarine represents one of the most significant and least understood developments in global military power today. Military observers believe the vessel may already be in service, though Beijing has not confirmed this. Whether or not the submarine has officially joined China's fleet, the clues point toward its quiet but steady emergence. And that emergence carries far-reaching implications, not only for Asia but for the security of Europe, the United States, and beyond. When a nation develops advanced new weapons, it faces a strategic choice. Should these weapons be displayed openly or kept hidden? Public disclosure serves several purposes. It can deter adversaries by showcasing new capabilities, reassure domestic audiences, attract international allies, and secure funding for further military projects. During the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union regularly unveiled their latest systems. Soviet intercontinental missiles were rolled through Red Square. The United States displayed its cutting-edge bombers before Congress. These spectacles were not merely about military pride, they were meant to remind adversaries and allies alike of the stakes. The other approach is secrecy. Withholding information prevents rivals from developing countermeasures and preserves an element of strategic surprise. Newly developed systems often carry uncertainties and weaknesses. Revealing them too soon can undermine their intended effect. China has often favored this method, particularly when it comes to nuclear capabilities. China has long avoided openly displaying its most sensitive nuclear forces, especially its sea-based deterrent. Unlike missiles on land or aircraft in the air, nuclear-armed submarines operate beneath the ocean's surface, their greatest asset being their uncertainty. A submarine that cannot be located is a weapon that forces adversaries to live with constant doubt. This strategy of ambiguity serves two purposes. First, it keeps adversaries guessing about China's true capabilities. Second, it maximizes the deterrent value by ensuring rivals never know for certain where the threat might come from. In this context, the Type 096 is more than a piece of technology, it is a symbol of China's approach to deterrence. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union competed for dominance by openly demonstrating power. Today's environment is different. The United States still maintains a global edge in surveillance, intelligence, and anti-submarine technology. Its P-8 maritime patrol aircraft, nuclear-powered attack submarines, and extensive sensor networks across the Pacific create formidable barriers for any Chinese submarine. If China were to showcase the Type 096 too openly, it would hand over valuable data to U.S. analysts. Every image, every technical specification, and every public test would accelerate the development of countermeasures. Instead, China benefits more from uncertainty. If Washington cannot know where the submarine is or even how many exist, then deterrence is more effective. Reports suggest that the Type 096 is quieter and more advanced than its predecessor, the Type 094. Quietness is crucial in submarine warfare. The less noise a vessel makes, the harder it is to detect. Western analysts believe the Type 096 may be capable of carrying the JL-3 missile, a new generation of submarine-launched ballistic missile with a range that could reach the entire continental United States. If true, this capability marks a dramatic expansion of China's strategic reach. A submarine equipped with such weapons would not need to leave the Western Pacific to pose a credible threat to Washington, New York, or Los Angeles. For Europe and Australia, the implications are equally serious, as it signals that China is seeking a truly global deterrent capability. China is unlikely to formally acknowledge the Type 096 unless circumstances demand it. Several scenarios could prompt such a reveal. Crisis in the Taiwan Strait. If tensions escalate, China could hint at or display the submarine to warn against U.S. intervention. Nuclear arms negotiations. In talks with Washington, Beijing might reveal the submarine to assert its status as a peer in strategic capabilities. Military parades or anniversaries. China could showcase the Type 096 during a major national celebration, signaling maturity and readiness. Propaganda battles. If U.S. officials publicly question China's sea-based nuclear power, Beijing could counter with limited disclosures. Until such a moment, the submarine will remain largely hidden, its existence whispered about but seldom confirmed. While China has remained silent, external evidence suggests the submarine is real and possibly already in service. Shipyard expansion. After 2020, satellite images revealed significant construction at the Bohai shipyard in Halludio, including a massive new assembly hall and expanded berths. The scale clearly points to preparations for new, larger submarines. Missile development. Reports indicate that even the older Type 094 submarines may now carry the JL-3 missile, which implies the missile itself is ready. The Type 096, designed for such weapons, therefore has an operational purpose. Naval bases. In Hainan, China has expanded its Yulin base with new docks, berths, and protective facilities. These changes are consistent with accommodating larger and more advanced nuclear submarines. Taken together, these clues strongly suggest that the Type 096 exists. If not already deployed, then at least undergoing trials. For the West, the emergence of the Type 096 is a serious concern. The submarine strengthens China's second strike capability, meaning it can retaliate even if attacked first. This complicates strategic planning for the United States and its allies. In Europe, policymakers must consider how China's expanded deterrent affects global arms control efforts. In Australia, which sits along the critical sea lanes of the Indo-Pacific, the presence of more advanced Chinese submarines intensifies regional security pressures. For the United Kingdom, with its own nuclear submarine fleet, the development underscores the growing complexity of global deterrence. The greatest strength of the Type 096 may not be its missiles or hull, but the uncertainty it creates. Rivals must ask themselves, where is it? How many are there? Can it strike us now? This uncertainty forces adversaries to plan for worst-case scenarios, tying down resources and complicating decision-making. Unlike the Cold War, when much of the arms race was visible, today's competition often takes place in shadows. The submarine becomes a bargaining chip, a silent presence shaping negotiations and influencing strategy without firing a shot. The rise of the Type 096 reflects more than just a new piece of hardware. It reveals China's broader ambitions. It is about matching and eventually challenging the strategic dominance of the United States. It is about reshaping the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific and by extension the world. For Europe, the lesson is clear. Global security no longer depends solely on US-Russia dynamics. China is now a central player. For Australia and the wider Pacific, the challenge is immediate, as the region becomes the front line of this silent competition. And for the United States, the message is unmistakable. China's deterrent is evolving and it cannot be ignored. The Type 096 submarine may never be paraded before cameras or displayed at a naval dock for the world to see. Its purpose lies not in visibility but in invisibility. For China, ambiguity is a strategy. For the rest of the world, that ambiguity is a challenge. Whether already at sea or still in development, the Type 096 symbolizes a turning point. It signals China's determination to expand its nuclear deterrent and its willingness to challenge established powers. For Europe, the United States, Australia, and beyond, the question is not simply where this submarine is, but what it represents for the future of global security. In the silence beneath the waves, power is shifting. And the world must be prepared.